Families, it's Mr. Watson with today's video recap for our math lesson. Today's lesson is 5.3, where we are modeling regrouping. Regrouping is the newer language term for borrowing, so I know we're all very excited to get to something that we are all very comfortable and familiar with when we're helping our kids. But before we get to it, we're going to try and teach them to understand what that regrouping means. What's really going on when we're moving all these digits around on our math problems. So that's what the purpose of this lesson is today. We're taking problems that are not set up traditionally. They're written out like this. Subtract 28 from 52. And the number we're starting with is represented graphically here. You can see we've got our 10 bars, the lines that we use to draw out quick draws for tens. We've got 5 of them, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then we have our 2 ones right here. And we want to subtract 28 from that. So the first question for the kids is, okay, well, do you have 8 ones that you can subtract? No. So that means that we're going to have to regroup a 10 into 10 ones. And you want to say it that way, and you want to make them say it that way. We're regrouping a 10 into 10 ones. It's going to really reinforce it in their heads as we're going forward. So they take one of their 10 on the end here, draw a circle around it, like so, and then draw an arrow over to the bottom ones plank. You want to use this one, it just keeps it cleaner and neater instead of filling all this up and then overflowing. So just use this bottom one, that's how we did it in class. And turning our 10 into 10 ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right? And now that we're done with it, we're going to put an R over that 10 to signify that it has been regrouped, because it's important that the kids understand that we did not subtract this 10, we regrouped it. It's still here, it's just been split up into the 10 ones. Now we're ready to do our subtraction problem. We do now have enough ones so we can subtract 8 ones from this board. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle around 8 of the ones and cross them out. So starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like so, and then just give them a good crossing out. Make sure you put some sort of a line on each one of the circles, because the kids will try to count them later. And now we've taken away our 8 ones. Now we're ready to subtract our 2 tens. And again, the kids were a little confused today. They thought that this had already been subtracted, so they only had to subtract 1 more. It's important once again to remind them, no, this one has been regrouped over here. It was not subtracted. Now that we've done our subtracting of ones, now we're going to go back and subtract 2 tens. So we're actually taking this 10 and the 10 next to it. We draw a circle around those and cross them out. Now those 2 tens are gone as well. So what do we have left over? Well, we have 1, 2 tens and 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. There were a lot of errors in counting how many of the ones were left just because of the way they were drawing and crossing out, so keep an eye on that. And what do you get when you have 2 tens and 4 ones? You get 24. All right? So again, the whole idea of this is to give them a visual representation of what's happening when we're regrouping and to hopefully help them understand that idea. This part here with the regrouping of the 10 is going to be the biggest challenge in all of this, and making them understand that this one hasn't been taken away, it's just been moved over here. And then the second biggest challenge is making sure that they're very careful when they subtract their ones and that they only count the ones they have left. All right? There are only 4 problems on this homework page, so just use it as a chance for practice and working with the kids and seeing if they can get a firmer grasp on this as we go forward. All right? Okay, that's it then for today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in school tomorrow.